Did I close that door? Did I close that?
Yeah, I'd almost go without that temp.
Close it.
Without what?
Close
A
it.
picture?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Just get that door.
And then
over
just
here.
cut off that door. Yep, you got it. There you go. Perfect.
I have to do an interview on camera. That's why I'm closing that. Can you guys hear me?
I hear you. Yep. Do you have any? Do you have a light by chance that could shine on your
Brighten up
face?
more?
Yeah, I love the background. I love the jerseys and stuff. Just looking for a little bit more light if possible.
Let me see. Did that do anything? No?
No, the only other suggestion I can make is if you put the window in front of you versus behind you, that should light you up better. Yep, something like that. But I dug those jerseys behind you, so let's see if we can recreate something like that.
Not bad, a little wine cellar behind you there too.
Only it's because my window's in front of me right here. That's why.
Yes. So if lighting's good, let's just make sure that sun doesn't hit you. So if you're comfortable there, that's fine. Yeah, you know, if you do the wine cellar, you actually get a reflection of your jersey in there on the other wall. And then you just got to rest it. If you're working on a laptop, just rest it somewhere comfortable and should work. But yeah, your lighting in that area is good.
Okay, hold on. Let me think this again. There's nothing rested on right there. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Bring this chair over.
Yeah, we recommend if you have any books or something to place it on or anything like that, but let's see what you got. All right, so we're just getting a lot of shadows.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, keep going. Keep swaying that way. You got it. So your lighting's really good right there. Let's see if we can make that area work. Yeah, that's perfect. So now, yep, if you do it like right there. So try not to show me the window in your shot. Perfect.
Hey Jermaine, is that window open? Is there anything you can do to close
I can
those
close
blinds?
it, but that'll make it darker in here, won't it?
Yeah, that'll kill all the light. Can you try closing the blind next to the Kansas City and the Sox jersey, just a little? The one you had to the right. Let's see if that does anything.
Dusold? Yep. I would just say position him too, so he's like in between the the jerseys, just kind of in the middle there. That would help.
What's up, Dim?
Yeah, Jermaine. So if you
Hey,
close that
Malik, what's
jersey
up?
more, or the blinds more, there you go. Yep. And then let's position yourself so you're splitting the two jerseys on the wall and the jersey in the picture frame behind you. So slide a little to your right. Yep, there you go. You're going to split those jerseys right there. Yep. Tilt on from there. If you're like that, perfect. There you go, right there. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, so your setup's great. The only thing, can you close that blind a touch more? That's right behind you. And then that should be it. Yeah, leave the chair where it's at. Let's just fully close that blind if we can. That's perfect, just like that.
Like that?
Yep, that's perfect. Let's see how this looks.
A
Awesome.
little more?
No, it's perfect.
No, that's good. That's
Yeah.
way better.
You look great in the double box there if you can see yourself. You got all the jersey in there and everything. That looks great. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Well, Kevin, just keep in mind we're going to be 11:20ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm rolling. I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
Okay. So, Dim, so this will be after McGriff segment.
Yep.
So you're just intro. Kevin, let's start on a single. He's going to introduce himself real quick. Just bring us back out of break, and then he's going to get right to Jermaine, and then they'll just go. You good, Kevin?
I'm all set.
All right. You good, Dim?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Count you in real quick. Here we go. Good energy. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. Oh, go start again. Sorry.
And that's right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Mound, presented by Sloan. I'm really excited for our next guest. He showed up on the south side of Chicago in 2005 and instantly brought him a World Series championship, and he was the MVP of that World Series. Let's bring in outfielder Jermaine Dye. Jermaine, what's up, man?
What's up, Deb? How you doing?
I'm good. How's life treating you in this quarantine era?
Oh man, it's been tough, but I'm surrounded by family, my kids and my wife, and I'm at home, so not much to do, but we get into a little routine. I'm usually the first one up, and I just get me some coffee, maybe go outside, enjoy some fresh air. But other than that, we're just hanging out and just just trying to create some sort of good family time.
Are you homeschooling or are you leaving that up to mama to do?
Luckily, my kids are teenagers, so I have two boys, in high school, so they're doing everything on the iPad. So, all their homework is done during the week and turned in by the end of the week. So they're old enough to do their thing. I just got to make sure I keep up with them, making sure they're getting the work done.
It's got to be hard. I know you got two boys that are really good football players. They're big into football. So that's got to be a little bit tough for them. Just, this time in their lives where they're in high school and they're not able to play high school football. What are you doing with them to make sure they're keeping their skills honed and sharp and ready to go when they do play ball again?
Well, yeah, it's been tough on them. I have a son that's in junior college, and my other son's a senior in high school, and my daughter's a freshman in high school. So it's been tough on my senior, just because not being able to have a prom, grad night, and not knowing if they're even going to have a graduation. They're still trying to figure that out. So, but they've been able to continue to keep working out here at the house, and I have a little weight room and a little gym they can go in and do some stuff. So they're on top of it, and they're just itching to get back at doing team activities, and I just got to keep them motivated and keep them positive.
Yeah, I was saying this is kind of like, in sports in general, in life, but in sports, you're always handed adversity, right? So this is kind of their adversity. Sometimes it's a Tommy John surgery, you're not making the team, and right now it's COVID-19 and having to be quarantined and make sure that they're ready to go.
Yeah, this is like a Ryan Dempster curveball or changeup, thrown at you, where you got to try to, stay back on it and go the other way, and hope that you not do too much, and just be ready for whenever you get that fastball to get back on track and get going again.
If I hung you a curveball, I wasn't getting it back. I know that. I was going to have to ask the umpire for a new ball. Going a trip down memory lane, you play, you come up with Atlanta, then you get traded to Kansas City. You have some monster years in Kansas City, then you get traded to Oakland via Colorado in a three-team deal there. But then you come to Chicago, your first time as a free agent, you get to be a free agent. What made you pick the White Sox? And what made you pick them? Why the Chicago White Sox?
It's a pretty good story. I just remember me and my dad talking, and I had two teams. I had the Chicago White Sox and I had the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers had an extra year and more money, but then the Chicago White Sox came in kind of late, and I just felt like, on paper, I think that was the best chance I had to win a championship and get deep into the playoffs and hopefully win a World Series. So I decided to, take one less year, take a little less money, and just go out there and prove myself. I was coming off of a year in Oakland where I just broke my leg, and I was trying to just get back on track again. So, Chicago, you win in a big city, as you know. I mean, it's you're golden. So I just wanted to just bet on myself and get out there and then try to prove myself, and things worked out.
We're looking at 15 years ago that happened. Like it's crazy how time just flies like that.
Yeah, time is flying, man. And
you look back at that, and it wasn't the 108 years of the Cubs, but it still had been a long time since the White Sox had won a World Series. What was that like when it finally happened, and just seeing the energy of the city and going through that parade, and you were the World Series MVP. Like, I mean, your starting rotation could have been MVPs collectively because they just dealt, but you led the way offensively, and then go out there and win an MVP and bring that championship finally back to the South Side of Chicago. What did that feel like?
I mean, it felt great. I mean, that team we were on, nobody picked us to win. I think we were picked fourth in our division to win that year, and from top to bottom, from Ozzie all the way down, front office, everybody believed in each other. We didn't have one person on that club that felt like they were the guy. I mean, everybody was pulling on the same end of the rope, and each night it was a different guy going out there doing something to help us win. And our pitching staff, they were unbelievable throughout the season, on into the playoffs and into the World Series. And to have a guy like Bobby Jenks just come out of nowhere and do what he did to close games out, it was awesome. I mean, it was just it was a dream come true. I mean, you couldn't have scripted any better than what happened to us that season, from all the rants of Ozzie to getting into the World Series and the playoffs, and Anaheim, our starting pitchers, doing what they did, and then getting into the World Series and being able to sweep a Houston Astros club that was pretty good that year. And for me to win the World Series, I could and win the MVP of the World Series, I couldn't have done it without my teammates. I mean, we made each other better, and it was just awesome. And then to go through the parade and see all the fans and the kids and the people just outside hanging out of windows, and just to hear all the stories about people telling me that they're happy their dad or mom got to see us win a World Series before they passed away, and that really touches you and puts into perspective of how great of a city Chicago is and how diehard of a fan base that both teams have in Chicago.
I said to my kids when that, when we did it in Boston, it was one thing, and then they'd already won and gone through that a couple times. But then when the Cubs won the World Series, I said to my kids, I said, "Hey, Dad's going to be gone for 3 days. I don't know where I'm going to go, but like you get in that parade and you're just like that energy you
Yeah.
feed off. You feel like you can run through a brick wall after something like that. It's crazy, man."
Yeah, the one thing I do miss is that we weren't able to clinch any series at home. Every series we won was on the road and didn't really get to feel that fan experience of what they were going through when we'd win. And you just got to see like videos of people in bars and in their houses and stuff like that celebrating. But you know, could be more worse things to think about celebrating it. I mean, just I wish the fans could have been in our stadium and celebrate a victory like that.
I remember too, like I came in 2004, you came there in '05, and I think it kind of started like 2003. But for me, and I've been following this since then, is we kind of had like the height of the Sox Cubs rivalry because we were good, you guys were good, and then you won the World Series, and then it was like we did not like each other. It was like Ozzie came in talking about the rats and how bad the clubhouse was, and I hate Wrigley Field, and Przinsky's fighting Barrett, and it was just like every time, and it was a lot of fun. Was it fun for you as a player? Because I know for me, it was a ton of fun being in that competition.
Oh, definitely. It was awesome. It was a great experience. It was talked about, I know, in our clubhouse 2 weeks prior to that series because, all the planning had to happen of, okay, are we taking the bus to Wrigley, or are we taking a cab, or what are we doing? It's just a great excitement in that city. Fans got into it, players got into it. Managers got into it. I mean, it was perfect. I mean, especially to have a manager like Ozzie be able to just come out and say stuff, and then we kind of fed off that. You guys fed off that, and it made for a great game and a great series each and every time that we played each other.
Still, worst moment of my closing career at Wrigley Field. I had two out, nobody on, and you hit a little ground ball up the middle. Or somebody hit a ground ball. Then I walked you, and then AJ hit a 3-run homer on a hanging slider, and he's yelling around the bases at Wrigley. I can't even imagine. I can't say it on TV right now. And I still, to this day, I'm like, if I could have one pitch back as a closer in my entire career, it's that pitch to that guy right there.
That guy, right? But you know what? AJ, he has his good days, he has his bad days. I mean, we dealt with it in our clubhouse. AJ's he's when it all boils down, he's a great guy. He's a great family guy, and it's just when he steps on that field. I mean, you love to have him on your club, but you hate him as the opposing team because he just wears on you. I mean, just wears on you. I just learned to ignore him in the clubhouse. So, he says something to me, I just get up and leave.
At the end of the day, hey man, he was trying to beat you and he was trying to get under your skin. And who would have known that a strikeout, that went in the dirt and the umpire didn't call it out, ends up running to first base, and next thing you know, you guys are winning a World Series. And you could argue that that little moment right there wins an ALCS, or at least gets you a leg up in that ALCS, and then you end up in a World Series. So I always said that I was exactly the same way. From across the field, I wanted to throw a pitch at him, and I understand a guy like that in my locker room. He's trying to do everything he can to win on a daily basis for you guys.
Right. He's a great competitor.
Yeah, absolutely. You're doing stuff. I know you're bummed out. You just had to cancel a golf tournament that you had for your charity. Talk to us about what your foundation's doing and what you guys are trying to do. And is there anywhere that people can go to help out and still give back, even though right now we can't play golf until we get back there?
Well, I teamed up with it's called Fresh Start Caring for Kids, based out of San Diego, where I live here in California, and they've been around for over 20, 25 years, and I've started my charity golf tournament with Fresh Start. This would have been our sixth year, and I was going to have it at Rich Harvest Farms out in Chicago. And what Fresh Start does is it raises money to do surgeries for kids, babies, adults, whoever that have deformities, and we just have to pay for the money to for the medicines and to put them up in hotels and feed them and stuff like that. And Rady Children's Hospital here in San Diego and University of Children's Comer's Children's Hospital in Chicago, they do all the surgeries and donate all the OR rooms for free. So it's been great. We've raised a lot of money, and unfortunately, I was supposed to have my tournament this past Monday this week and had to postpone it till October 4th and 5th of this year, hopefully. So you can go to Fresh Start Caring for Kids .org or freshstart.org and look up info, or just go to jermainedye.com and you can get to it that way also. So that's was
Awesome.
a sad week for me this week, and but we'll get through it and we'll become better from it.
Absolutely. Well, here at Off the Mound, we believe in giving back and helping out. So we're going to go to Fresh Start as well, and we'll donate $1,000 to the Fresh Start Fund, caring for kids, and help out that way too, and keep it going, even though there's not a golf tournament. And I look forward to maybe you saving a spot for me in that October 4th and 5th tournament.
Definitely.
All right.
Count yourself in.
Good. Perfect. Well, JD, you were a pro's pro. So much fun to compete against. Admired the way you played, and happy for you and your career, and now happy for you and your family, and now you get to watch your kids live out their dreams as football players, and your daughter growing up and becoming young adults. So thanks so much for joining us here today on Off the Mound. We had a blast catching up with you, and glad to see that you're doing well, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thanks for having me, and hopefully see you soon once this is all over.
Absolutely. There you have it, folks. World Series MVP from the 2005 Chicago White Sox, Jermaine Dye. We're going to be right back with more Off the Mound presented by Sloan after this.
All right, guys, great stuff. Good 15 minutes. Appreciate your patience, JD.
No problem.
Thank you for
Enjoyed
joining us.
JD, thanks, man.
All right, brother. You guys take care.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll see you at that golf tournament for sure, by the way.
Okay, sounds good. I'll get you the I'll get you the info, some more info.
Yeah, give me the info. And so for that donation, I just go onto the website and we're good?
Yeah. Did you pull it
Okay,
up?
cool. No, I'll pull it up. Yeah, I'll
send you I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link.
Okay, sounds good, man. All right,
All
brother.
right.
All right, tell Mom I said hi, man. All right, JD.
Hey, Dan, we just got to do that one last bump, and then
Yep.
and we're good to go. I mean, we could have did it yesterday. I wasn't thinking. It's just going to be Casey telling the story.
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to break to get this? We're bumping
Correct.
to break or coming in?
Yeah,
Okay.
bumping to break. So this is at the end of the B's.
This is after John Lester?
Yep, after. So that was good. That was 15 minutes with JD. So that felt really good. Plenty to work
he's great,
with.
man. It was good. Do some stuff that he's doing, and then the White Sox stuff, and the rivalry stuff. I think that's fun too. We can overlay some video of that Brzezinski homer and him and his World Series stuff. I think that's cool.
Yep. All right. Let me know when you're ready for this, and I'll count you in real quick. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Well, a big thanks to John Lester for joining the show, and I know a lot of Cubs fans have a big thank you for bringing a World Series in 2016. Well, folks, you're not going to want to miss our next guest. That's right. This story is legendary. We'll be right back after this with the mayor, Sean Casey.
Still one more time.
Yep.
Timing was good though. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Always great to catch up with the left-hander, John Lester, and I'm sure Cubs fans are very thankful for the 2016 World Series he helped bring the North Side. Well, you're not going to want to miss this next story from our next guest. His stories are legendary. Let's do that again.
Off camera?
Yeah. What's that?
Kevin, does it look like he's looking off camera?
Well, I am off camera, or then I got to change my shirt.
Right?
Oh, okay, yeah. I was just making sure. Okay, good. So, no, that's fine. I'll just have him do it off camera. Totally off camera then. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Just confused. I didn't know if you were trying to look into the camera, but all good. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
A big thanks to the left-hander, John Lester, for joining the show. I'll tell you what, that guy's fulfilled that contract, hasn't he? Bringing a North Side World Series championship. One more time. Dude, sorry. I don't need to talk about his contract. Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
A big thank you to the left-hander, John Lester, for joining the show right there. John changed the culture on the North Side and helped bring a championship in 2016. I know a lot of fans are grateful for that. What I'm grateful for is our next guest. You're not going to want to miss this story, folks. It's the mayor, Sean Casey, joining off the mound, presented by Sloan.
All right, cool. So we have two of those two to work with. So the only thing we need now is you got to send me the Sloan.
Video.
Yep, the Sloan video,
I'll get this done today.
Okay, and then also to the graphic.
Thing we need now is
graphics too.
Great. All right, cool. I guess I'll see you next for 360.
You got it.
Cool. I just sent you some topics, so you should be good to go.
All right, cool.
Sounds
I
good.
guess.
All right, thanks, Dim.
You got it.
Cole, what's up?
All right, I'm streaming.
What up? What up?
Right.
What up?
Let me know how.
Hey guys, Len is seeing a blue screen.
Riley, you got
How
me.
you doing?
Good. All good, man.
Yeah, I hear you. Got
So how's Cole looking on the stream here? I'm seeing a shadow from his light. Yeah, I have his green screen up.
Let's see.
It's looking pixelated to me. So look, here's his. See the screen right here? Okay, so you want. All right, Cole, can we push your light further away from you? Is that possible?
Yeah. Sure.
Riley, I'm gonna open you up in vMix, all right? So your mic's open. So I'm not relaying messages.
Hey, what's up, man?
That light can only be on the background. If it hits you and casts any shadow on the background at all, we start to. So it has to be positioned so it's not hitting the front or side of you at all. That light has to be on the background only. It would be totally separate light that we would use. So right now, I think based on what I see, if you just move your chair up a little.
Let me reposition it. Let me reposition the entire light then.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I can do it where it's just on this background. Hold on a second here. I got us working out here. I got us covered.
All right.
Let's see here.
Hey, man, you didn't use that light I sent you, did you?
I tried, but man, it was like it's like 500 degrees.
All right.
Like that thing is meant. I think that thing's meant for live shots, like not to do an entire show. You know what I'm saying?
I was hoping the stand would have went high enough that you would have been able to keep it away from you, but I get it.
Like I feel like it would take like 3 hours to cool down. How's this look?
That's much better. So
Nice. I put the light underneath my chair.
Yeah, that's perfect the way you
then,
did it. I saw when you took that
above
light
your
and shot
left
it up.
shoulder, I'm just seeing a little bit of the green screen bleed off.
Which way?
Your left, top left. Your left. Yep, right there. So maybe just reposition the camera a little other way. Right there. No, I'm seeing on the right. Right there. Got it.
There we go. I feel like I need to like put like tape down.
Yeah, pull. Can you pull the camera a little closer to you from that position? Just to be on the safe side.
How's it look?
Keep going a little bit more. Pull it a little closer to you if you can. I just want to be safe here.
Let me back up just a taste.
Right there, you're fine. And then slide to your right a touch. Right there, perfect.
Boom.
That's your shot. All right, let me know how the stream's looking, guys.
Hey, so
Yeah,
Cole,
let's get a blue screen. Let's send him a whole new.
this
So it's
interview
like
is
he's
airing
not connected
tomorrow,
at
just so
all.
you know.
Yep. Yeah, I got a different shirt for today.
Yep.
You guys got me?
Glenn.
Oh,
Hi.
perfect.
What's going on, brother?
Hey.
How you doing?
Oh, there he is.
Good.
How you doing, Lynn?
How
Good?
long is good? How long is the segment?
It's just so it's you and Cole, probably about 5-6 minutes, and this is airing
Okay.
in tomorrow's show when you're on the
Yep.
show.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So we're just waiting for Descalzo right now. I think he was doing something with Cubs Productions, and then he's going to join us.
Okay. Yeah, I got to do a radio thing after this. I already agreed to, but hopefully we'll get this rolling.
I'm listening.
Okay. Let me check in. See.
Hey, Leo, I'm doing a thing, so just
So, Len, that's what it's like when they get older and you're doing something from the house and you're telling them that you have to get. So he's like, yeah, I know.
yeah, he's been pretty good
Yeah,
about
my
it.
little one. Nice. My little one's always pretty good too.
It's hard. I feel bad. It's like the next 25 minutes don't make a sound.
Yeah, right. It's like I'm in. I could since I have the green, I could probably relocate in the house to anywhere I wanted to. But before I was at like the dining room table, like right off the kitchen. So like I'm like, all right, girls, you got to stay out of the living room and the kitchen. And it's like they'd come in, and it's like I'm like shh. So,
Yep.
but they went to Louisiana for a week. Decided to quarantine at my in-laws' house. They
Nice.
have a boat in the river, and it's a whole lot more fun than here. Yeah, Len, what was going on? You weren't able to connect earlier?
I got in, but I couldn't hear anything. And when I reconnected, it didn't.
Did you? Are you up to speed on the Earl Thomas story?
The what, Thomas?
Earl Thomas, Baltimore Ravens, former Seattle Seahawk.
I am not.
Oh wow, it's questionable at best.
I'll have to look
Yeah,
that up.
I don't even really know if since on an open line if we should be discussing everything that story entails.
Right.
It's pretty crazy though. Malik, did you see that, Earl Thomas?
Let's see.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh wow, just Google that.
Oh.
Yeah, he's lucky he's alive right now.
Oy.
Len says, "Ooh," and Malik's like, "Ay ay ay."
I mean,
Oh, it's wild, man. It's wild.
they said he's wrapping up with production, so he should be joining us soon, hopefully.
Cool. You mind sitting up straight? I just want to frame you on this triple box while I got the time.
Yep.
Sorry. Thanks.
I'll send you the group call for today so you guys can hear it. But this Colin McHugh sound is pretty strong. He's basically
What's he
saying like
saying?
you
Yeah,
can't.
talking about how the baseball can't make us go do that.
Yeah, you can't make the players play. You have to give us an option of not playing.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I know, but he's not a big name player, so that even makes it, to me, it makes it a heavier statement. You know what I mean?
Especially on a cat like that. Like, if you don't want to play, I mean, you can do so. However,
But
it
you're
may
not going to
jeopardize your future.
right?
And it may
Yeah.
jeopardize your future as a major leaguer. Like, another guy could come along and, he could outperform. And where were you
Well,
at?
even
Like, you were
you
at
make
home.
comments like that. It's like something that you could be blackballed. You know how it goes. Like, yeah, it's just stronger because it comes
Craig
from him.
Hodges.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've seen one cutaway of Craig Hodges in The Last Dance. Not one.
I know it's actually there's a lot of holes in that documentary if you actually look into it.
Hey. Easy, Malik. Take it easy. I feel like you were the cat that I feel like the Bulls broke your heart time and time again. I feel like there's a little bit of salt in that wound when you speak of the Bulls. It's okay.
No, it's all good.
I feel like if I didn't grow up in Chicago and like watching that team every single night, like if I was a Knicks fan or a Cavs fan or any other team's fan, I would hate the Bulls too.
It's like they weren't hate worthy. It's just you just get tired of it. It's like the same with the Patriots. Like I don't really hate them, but it's like, all right, I get it. You're great.
Looks good.
But no, so this sound is good. I'll send it to you. I think George will be strong on it too.
Nice.
So he must like you guys. He said he wants to do the show as often as possible. So
nice. That was good. I know he brings a
really
completely different element. Say that.
I said Riggleman was good yesterday. I think he wants to start doing some shows as well.
Nice. That'd be fun. Did you did you talk with Miller? I don't know what the extent or what we can do about this, but I mean, if we could show any KBO highlights.
Yeah. We're trying to figure it out.
I mean, if you guys shot me the highlight right before the show, and I mean, I could just do the highlight, if you on my phone, and you could record, the highlight read, and then we could just package that as a SOT coming back from break.
Yep. Yeah, we were
just a
talking
quick
about
note. I'm really up
Yep.
against it, so when we finish, I may just have to bolt
Yep.
without a lot of fanfare.
What time do you have to jet, Lance?
Well, theoretically 11:40, but that's probably not going to happen. So whenever we're done. I told him 11:45 at maybe, so that's probably
What
the latest
radio
I'm
are you
gonna be
doing?
on. The Score.
Nice. I'm asking you a million questions. What do you have for breakfast today, Len?
I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
Are you a breakfast guy or no? No?
Yeah, but I like to eat later because I try to do the intermittent fasting thing.
I got you. No. Me too. Yesterday I didn't eat until like 11 o'clock at night, but then I had almost an entire Red Baron pizza. Probably not how intermittent fasting is supposed to go, but I did sneak down to the beach real quick and see the bioluminescent waves.
those pictures have been gorgeous.
It was pretty neat, but the beach was mad crowded. Like I legit parked on like 25th Street. I mean, like the neck of the woods down in Hermosa, and I walked out and there was I just made sure I got a few good pictures and turned around like I was legit there for maybe a whole 7 minutes.
Yeah, the pictures are great though.
I thought to myself, I'll go a little bit
fan.
later. I went at 10:30 and they were like it was super crowded. It was crowded like a regular beach day.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been down for that.
Yeah, that's why I took a picture and rolled.
Did you hear anything,
cool,
Paula, from?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I just fired you a few of those pictures, Malik.
Great.
I shot you those pictures too, Len. If you check those out. I went to go when we were in Puerto Rico, went to go see like that bioluminescent lake, but like something was off and they said it wasn't really glowing, just the time of the year. So this is pretty neat to be able to see that. Len, have you ever had an instance where you had to wait on somebody? They're like, all right, make sure you're there ahead of time, and then you wait and you wait and you wait, and then maybe they show up or maybe they don't.
Yeah, I do a I do a 2-minute radio interview for pregame, and yeah, I've been in a clubhouse for an hour and the guy never shows up.
Yep. I had to wait on Shaq when he first signed with the Celtics at a golf course. We waited for 4 hours and he never showed up.
Yeah, it's the worst part. I have no problem once I say I'll be here at this time. Really, not a fan of they give you a time and then it's 45 minutes later because we're prepping for the game too.
Right, exactly.
Just like they are. Yeah, part of the gig. I may have to cancel with radio. I don't see how I'm going to make it at this point.
Or is there a show over at noon?
Yep.
Yeah. Last we heard is that he was wrapping up. We haven't heard anything since.
No, and I just asked if he was having trouble with the link or anything, and nothing back.
Last we heard is that. Okay. Thanks, Paula.
I should have just done the interview now. But the second I do it, he'll show up.
Yep. You know how it goes. Well, how long do you think the interview will be?
Can you do it still on here and just stay logged in, Len, or no? Just mute your mic, just so you don't have to like log out and log back in. And
Well, I don't want to do it, and I'm on for 10 minutes while Daniel's sitting here waiting.
yeah,
It's not really great, you know.
The good thing is those guys at radio will understand. You know, you're a busy dude.
Yeah.
It's not like they tried to book Ronnie Woo Woo. It's like, Ronnie, where do you have to be?
Who was booking Ronnie Woo Woo?
No, I'm saying it's not like they were trying to book Ronnie Woo Woo. Like he has nothing to do.
Oh, I
You,
see.
on the other
I see.
hand, have tons of
Right.
stuff to do.
Right.
I told you, though, I sat next to Ronnie Woo at the NLCS at Dodger Stadium. Like, he just comes walking down, and I'm like, hey, look, there's Ronnie Woo. And, like, then next thing I know, he's sitting right next to me.
He's a good guy. I like Ronnie. Feel bad for him.
I feel like you're either on either one side of the fence. There's no straddling with Ronnie Woo Woo. People either like him or they absolutely hate him. Like, I hear people like, I hate that guy. I'm like, what has he done to you?
There's nothing to hate him for.
No.
He's a huge Cubs fan.
Right? Len, are you a runner? Have you been, able to get your workouts in? You stay pretty lean.
Yeah, I run outside every day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What's what are you? 2 miles, 5 miles? You long distance guy or what?
I go. It's my route is about a little less than 7.
Oh, what? Every day?
But I don't do more than that. I'm not a marathon guy or even a half marathon.
Wow. I mean, almost 6+ miles. That's pretty serious, man. I'm stretching it out.
Just get used to it. I don't always run the whole time, but I always finish.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What kind of shoes you running? Are you an Asics guy?
I'm a Skechers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you able to hear any of that interview with JD?
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah.
I heard the back end of it. I mean, I kind of muted it, and I went up there and tried to reset the light up, and I didn't want to step on the toes of it. So I took my headphones out for a second. But I heard, about the charity and the golf event and whatnot. They're not able to go down, and Depp was wanting to, give him a donation. But no, I didn't hear the whole extent of it.
No, he was good. He's got 2 kids who are like really into football, like Division I think one of them.
Really?
Yeah. He's in
I heard
Oakland.
you say he's in San Diego, huh? Oh, Oakland?
No, he's in Oakland, but his charity's in San Diego. So.
Oh, okay. I got you. I'll have to ask. I'll ask MJD because MJD's out in that area and he knows he's big into the high school and all the kids.
No. Have you talked to anybody at NFL? Those guys holding up okay?
Yeah, I messaged him. Just on the side. I messaged with MJD and Willie McGinnis and TD for the most part.
Have you talked to Connor or anybody like that?
Who's that?
Mike Connor. Have you talked to him?
And it's been not since I left. I mean, after when I left, he and I exchanged some notes back and forth. But no, I haven't really talked to not really any of those guys. I've talked just mostly just my former analysts. Talked to a researcher or two. Strange times over there, though, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because they were trying to transition into the new building, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a new building that's going to be attached to the new stadium, man. But from everything I've heard, that stadium is going to be, even if there is a season this year, like that stadium, they say is not going to be ready, man. Like I don't know what in the world they're doing, but I guess since they built it under the ground, essentially, when it rained like that, all the water got into that infrastructure and kind of muddied things up, like no pun intended. But because my argument was, I'm like, what's taking so long? Like I know that what is it, US Bank Stadium, the soccer stadium, Malik?
Yeah.
I mean, they started at the same time. Now I know it's smaller, but I mean it's been in use for 2 years. Like, what's taking so long with the Rams? Like,
They had FAA. They had a lot of FAA problems with the football stadium.
True.
There's a lot of stuff with that, and plus just the overruns. I mean, and Kroenke's a cheap. Don't even get me started. But yeah.
Yeah, but it's I mean it's not going to be ready, man. Like, I mean, they need to have double crews pulling double duty.
Well, they've let the construction go through all of this COVID, which is actually crazy, but
yeah. I see construction everywhere. I feel like nowhere has stopped construction on anything significant.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a great time to be fixing the roads. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, that's true. Have you been to US Bank Stadium?
Hey, guys.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Daniel? How you doing, man?
How's it going? Sorry, the other one went a little long.
You're all good, man. We were just talking about California, and here you appear with the California hat on, man.
All right.
So, Daniel, what's up? My name's Malik. I'm one of the producers at Marquee. So, we're going to get you all framed and set up nicely, and then we'll go. So, thank you for your time. The director's name is Kevin. You may hear him chiming in, trying to set up your shot.
Okay.
And Len, I'll just ask to get started. I'll just ask how he's doing, how he and the family are doing, and then after he's done, I'll just ask him, staying in shape, staying ready. How's he been able to do that? And then we can just alternate.
Okay, cool.
Need about 1 more minute, just framing up your shot. Stand by.
So, Cole, we'll start on you on a single, and we'll just take it out of break, and then you'll just bring us back into the segment, and then just introduce Daniel, and then off and running.
Yep. Daniel, where are you at right now? Where are you coming to us from?
We're in Scottsdale still. We just stayed out here. We have a house out here, so we just decided to stick it out.
You getting any golf in or no?
Yeah. Uh, the courses never so. I mean, every Wednesday. And then I've been playing with like Schwarber and Almora and Chatwood every Wednesday. So we've got a little game going. It's been good.
Break
Nice.
up.
I think it just took a hit. I think we can go. You ready, Kevin?
I'm all set.
All right. Here we go, Cole. I'll just do a quick 3 counts, quick introduction, and then Kevin, they're going to go back and forth after Cole leads it off.
I'll go Cole, triple box, and then back and forth.
Great. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, back here on Cubs 360, presented by Miller Lite. Now, it's always great when we have our team members here, but it's even better on the show when a member of the Cubs joins the program. And without further ado, let's welcome him in. It's the second-year Cub, Daniel Descalso. And Daniel, before we get down to business, I want to ask, how are you and the family doing right now?
You know, we're doing all right. We're kind of making the most of this situation, you know, enjoying a lot of family time that normally we wouldn't get during this time of the year. You know, so I've just been trying to stay positive and just enjoy being a dad and just hanging out with the kids and just having fun.
Okay, well, you know the old saying, as it goes, you don't have to get ready when you stay ready. So since the shutdown on March 12th, how have you been able to stay in shape and be ready to go once the season actually does get underway?
So yeah, that's been you know, obviously one of our priorities is to try to stay as ready as we can. It hasn't been as easy as it normally is, but you know, I was lucky that Tyler Chatwood, you know, bought a bunch of weight room equipment, gym equipment right when this started. So we've been working out in his garage 3-4 days a week. You know, just trying to stay physically ready as best we can.
Daniel, before we look ahead, let's go back to mid-March. It felt like everything happened very quickly. I believe the Monday or Tuesday of that week, we started to get word that things could go very fast. You had the social distancing with the reporters, which was a kind of a strange thing to get used to. And then it went from that to basically, you know, we're going to shut down the sport for a while. What was it like in the clubhouse at that time, and what did you anticipate happening as we got into a very uncertain moment?
You know, I think we were kind of, you know, following what the NBA was doing and how they were reacting, and because we were kind of doing the same thing. So, you know, once I think it was during one of our night games, we saw that Rudy Gobert of the Jazz, you know, tested positive, and they took everyone off the court and it basically shut down the NBA. So once that happened, you know, we figured we were next, and you know, obviously didn't know how long it was going to be for. Maybe I hoped, you know, maybe a week or two, maybe 3, and here we are in the middle of May. So, you know, like you said, it just happened so fast, and nobody really knew what was going on, which was the hard part for us.
Now, we heard Len touch on the uncertainty, Daniel, and when you talk about all the plans in place to get Major League Baseball back to normalcy, we've heard Arizona and Florida, we've heard Arizona, Florida, and Texas. We've also heard about teams playing in their home ballparks and just getting things done from a home base standpoint. And then there being 3 divisions, which are not the usual divisions that we've seen in Major League Baseball. So which plan are you the most comfortable with?
I'm the most comfortable with whatever is the safest for players, you know, staff, fans, if we do get to that point where we have fans. And, you know, obviously a combination of safety and getting us back to playing as soon as possible. But there's been so many plans and scenarios floated around that until we actually have official word, I'm going to stop trying to keep up with all the different ones.
You know, I want to make the point, Daniel, maybe you can expand on this a little bit, that people need to realize that baseball players are human beings. And what I mean by that is everyone has their own take on the world affairs, on health, on their family situation, on how comfortable they might be playing. And so I think there's this expectation that as an industry, everyone kind of feels the same way. But I think it's totally legit, and it's a good thing, especially in this free country of ours, to have certain players say, I don't know how comfortable I am doing this, having another player say, I don't care where we play as long as we get back on the field. Is that your take on it? And I know you have a lot of friends in this game, and they all have very disparate opinions.
Yeah, I know. I think you're absolutely right. I mean,
the players come from all different backgrounds. They're as diverse as the rest of our country is. So of course you're going to have all differing sorts of opinions. You're going to have guys that have some underlying conditions that maybe they don't feel safe. That check out there and play again. So the common thread that I've heard so far is just we would like to play as soon as possible, as long as the players feel safe and the staff feels safe, and as long as it's a safe environment. And I think that's the main concern right now.
Daniel, Chris Bryant, he's the Cubs player representative. Have you spoken with him about any of the players' concerns or anything that has sprung up as far as the progress of getting back to the Major League Baseball season?
Yeah, KB is our rep, and Ian Happ is his assistant, and they've been keeping us, updated as best they can. We've been checking in with, Zoom calls once a week with the hitters, and if they have any updates, they pass it along. But we don't have a formal proposal yet of when we're going to play again or when they want to restart. So, we're trying to stay as ready as we possibly can, so that when we do, get a date on there, if it's, soon, then we can be ready to hit the ground rolling.
Daniel, last question. It's going to be different if we do play. We all know that. And there is a likelihood there won't be any fans in the ballpark. What sort of adjustment will that be for you as a player?
Like you said, it's going to look different, and we've touched on this in our team Zoom calls that we're going to have to adapt this year. There's going to be a lot of things that are different, and we're going to have to be able to handle it and just accept it. And those teams that are able to adapt more quickly are going to be the ones that have success. And as far as the fans go, it's going to be really strange if we go out there to play a game and there's nobody in the stands. But that's just another thing we're going to have to deal with. We're going to have to create our own energy. A lot of times the crowd gives us that energy, and we can draw on that, especially a home game at Wrigley. So it's going to be strange to get up there in the box or out in the field and kind of have silence. It's going to be almost eerie, I think. But, another thing we're going to have to adjust to this year.
Daniel, quick question before we get you out of here. You've been on quarantine for almost 2 months now. You've been watching any good TV shows or something like that?
We caught up on all the episodes of Homeland. We had been meaning to knock that out for a while, so my wife and I, finally finished Homeland, and actually have been watching, been locked in on The Last Dance, the Jordan documentary, since it's been released, and I think they've done a really good job with that. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, you're fun to watch when you're on the field as well, and hopefully we can watch you very soon. Daniel Descalso, second-year Cub. Daniel, thanks for taking time out with Len and I here on Cubs 360. Appreciate it.
Of course, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, we're clear, guys. Thank you, Daniel, for your time.
Thanks, Daniel.
Much appreciated.
Of course.
This is going to air tomorrow. This will air
Thanks,
tomorrow.
Daniel.
Sounds good, guys. Take care.
Thanks, brother.
You too.
Thank you, Lynn and Cole. Sorry about that, Lynn.
Okay, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll wear the same shirt.
Great.
Thank you, Lynn.
All right, see you.
See you
See you,
guys
Cole. Talk to you soon.
Soon, no doubt.